Hi everyone, welcome back to Paracord Planet. In today's video, we're going to be doing something very different. We normally would do tutorials on our channel here, but today we're going to be taking a look at some of the most awesome, most creative, most passionate paracord projects from around the world. And stay tuned to the end of the video for one project out of this world. These are in no particular order, and they're just stuff that we saw from around the internet and we really enjoyed, but if there's something that you think should be added to some of the most creative projects, just let us know down in the comments below. With that in mind, let's get to the projects. Our first project we're going to take a look at comes to us from a group known as Moab Monkeys, and they have created what they call the Space Net over gorgeous Horseshoe Canyon in Utah. Now, not only does this net look beautiful, but it also sees a ton of action every year. The Space Net hosts things like yoga sessions, acrobatics, people slackline. If you see that big hole right through the middle, you can actually base jump through that. It's even held weddings on top of them. I'd like to say that I would be brave and go on this thing, but I'm not a fan of heights. Or should I say, gravity's effect on the human body from specific heights. Next up on the list, we do have somebody who we know pretty well here at Paracord Planet, as he does buy a lot of our paracord and make his projects out of our paracord. His name is TreeNet Willy, one of my favorite names on the internet. Now, TreeNet Willy does something very unusual. He makes and installs nets in people's backyards. However, heavily focused on the art and design of the project. If you're looking for a specific color, maybe you want UV paracord to use under black light in your backyard, maybe you want a paracord seat you can take on the go when you go camping with the family. No matter what the project, TreeNet Willy will give you a deeper appreciation of being outdoors. If you've used TreeNet Willy in the past, let us see that creation down in the comments below. But if you want more information on TreeNet Willy, his links are down in the description below. Our next project comes to us all the way from down in Arizona, and I know when you hear Paracord project, you probably think bracelet or keychain or even a weave. What if I told you this project was a woolly mammoth? Yep. That's exactly what Warren did down in Arizona. He made a giant woolly mammoth sculpture out of paracord and rebar. While we have dabbled with animals that can fit in the palm of your hand here at Paracord Planet, how about a life-size woolly mammoth that could literally step on you? This project did take years for Warren to accomplish, and he said he did it to raise awareness of climate change, and does say he plans to make a polar bear for his next project. Good luck, Warren. Can't wait to see if that one turns out as great as this one. So for our next project, excuse me, I have to make a call real quick. Hi, is Rick Moranis there, please? Rick! Hi, it's Ross from Paracord Planet. I'm gonna need your shrinking ray. It's not real. It was a movie made in the 90s, so it's not a documentary. Never mind. Our next project comes to us from a name that you may have heard of already, Surf City Paracord. Now, these guys make all kinds of awesome creations, but we want to feature one in particular today.
Tiny guns!
So while Warren's down there in Arizona making these gigantic sculptures, our friends over at Surf City Paracord are replicating tiny guns. They contain a ton of detail for being able to fit in someone's hands. And in addition to these tiny guns, Surf City Paracord does something very cool for the survival experts out there: grenades. This grenade is made with survival paracord, and when unraveled, does come with everything that you would need for survival in the wilderness, including fat wood sticks, shavings, even a water collection bag. For more information on Surf City Paracord and all of their creations, we're going to put a link for you in the description below. Now we're moving on from tiny guns to tiny people. Hi, is Rick Moranis there, please? And I don't mean tiny actual people, I mean tiny paracord people. And I don't mean paracord people like you and me, I mean actual people that are made out of paracord that are tiny. And I don't mean, sorry, we here at Paracord Planet have made Paracord People that are perfect for things like keychains and zipper pulls. One of the great things about these Paracord People is you can customize them any way that you want. Do you have a special Lego head at your house? You can use it. Are you bad to the bone like me with a skull shifter in your big truck that's lifted and you want a cool keychain to go along with that? Yeah, put a skull bead on top of this bad boy. Or are you just a normal person with a normal car and a normal bead that you really like and you want to put it on top? You can do that as well. These Paracord People are very easy to make. All you really need to know is just 2 knots, and if you do want to get started, check out our blog post in the description below. For our next project, I do want to preface it by saying that I do consider pretty much anything that you make out of paracord to be some form of art. But right now, we're specifically going to be looking at string art and art installations. So because paracord does come in so many colors, with our website featuring over 900 colors alone, and because paracord comes in all different sizes, the ideas for string art are literally infinite. We here at Paracord Planet are very proud of the string art that we have made featuring our Paracord Planet logo and the YouTube play button. However, some more abstract ideas that paracord have been used for do include hanging it from the ceiling, like an art gallery in Philadelphia, or like a guy out of the Bronx, New York, using over 2,000 meters of paracord to breathe new life into a church in West Philadelphia. Artists will also use specific paracord to bring awareness to causes near and dear to their heart. We here at Paracord Planet have used paracord to bring awareness to such causes as Breast Cancer Awareness Month, Autism Awareness Month, and even supporting the troops. Whatever your passion in life, you can express it through the use of paracord. And for our final, most out of this world use of paracord, we're gonna have to go 110 miles that way, or that way, or that way. We gotta go up to the Hubble Space Telescope. So we all grew up with Hubble, and we all marveled at the gorgeous pictures of the universe that it gave to us. But did you know that those pictures would not have happened without paracord? The Hubble Space Telescope was serviced twice. The first time was to align the mirrors. The second time was also to align the mirrors, but when the astronauts got to the telescope, they noticed they had a problem.
Houston, we have a problem.
The astronauts found that there were gaps in the protective shielding around Hubble's mirror that protected it from the sun. Something had to be done about this, or the mirrors would not work anymore. Luckily, one of the astronauts had thought ahead and brought with them some paracord. Unfortunately for them, little did they know, they needed to learn how to tie knots. So Houston, doing what Houston does, brought in a knot expert to help out the astronauts. Gosh, I wish that was me. The expert gave the astronauts a lesson in the taut line hitch. The astronauts, being very smart people, picked up on it pretty quickly, and thanks to the taut line hitch, the gaps in the shielding were closed and Hubble could remain operational. And thank goodness, because Hubble took some beautiful pictures. So we do realize that we left out a ton of awesome creations from around the world, and that's where you come in. We would love to see the creations you consider some of the best from around the world in the comments below. I know this video was just a little bit different from the normal videos we put out, but hopefully it was informative and hopefully it got the creativity running just a little bit faster for you. If it did, a like and subscribe is always appreciated, and I cannot wait to see what your favorite paracord creations are. Have yourself a great rest of the day. We'll see you on the next video. What color paracord do you think they used up on Hubble? Like, do you think it was like a hot pink or like a neon green, neon yellow? Do you think they went with like a design like honeycomb or lightning bolt? What if they had some leftover paracord scraps that were like sugar cookie and Christmas tree? Like, how crazy would that be? Christmas tree paracord on Hubble.